Hello, welcome to Amplify with Purpose, the podcast where we explore what it takes to live well and lead with purpose. We discuss everything from business strategies to transformative leadership and personal development. Every episode provides insightful discussions and practical tips to help you live your best life. My mission is to help you live a life with purpose and amplify your impact. So, whether you're wanting to take your business to the next level, or you want to enrich your personal experiences, or you're just looking for a little bit of inspiration, this is the show for you. I am beyond excited about today's episode because we are diving into the core of living with purpose, and that is how aligning your purpose with profit is going to change everything for you. Have you ever wondered how and why some businesses seem to just thrive effortlessly while other businesses really struggle to keep up? For me, personally, I believe that it all comes down to the powerful synergy between purpose and profit. My strategic planning workshops consistently highlight a core theme. Businesses that clearly define and integrate their purpose into their strategy not only outperform their competitors, but they also create lasting legacies and greater impact. You see, profit keeps the lights on, but purpose lights the fire. According to a recent study by Deloitte, purpose driven businesses gain more market share and grow 3 times faster on average than their competitors. All of that while having a high workforce engagement and higher customer satisfaction. So it's a win, win, win. So why does it matter? Why do we want to align our purpose to our profits? The first thing is the unified direction. When your team understands the why behind your business, every decision from the top level strategy to daily operations moves in the same direction. When you work together as a team, you become more efficient and it takes less time to reach your goals because everyone is working together towards the same goal. The second reason it's important is because you create a resilient culture. A strong purpose creates a strong, resilient culture. If you don't communicate your purpose to your team and show them how they contribute to it, they will leave when the going gets tough because it's just a job. But when your purpose is infused into your strategy and everyone understands where they're going and why, and you connect with the hearts of your team, that's when the heart becomes hand action, not the other way around. It's not first hands and then heart. The key to getting the hearts of your team is to sharing with them how they deliver the purpose, how they contribute to the purpose. And if they connect with the purpose on a heart level, you will have their hands. You will have them doing things beyond their job descriptions, beyond the time that's required, because we are now working towards a purpose as opposed to just doing a 9 to 5 job and checking out boxes. The third reason why aligning your purpose to your profits is important is because you create a customer connection. Customers can buy anything from anywhere thanks to globalization. It's no longer the cheapest or fastest that wins. Customers now are looking for reasons to buy from you. They are looking for a reason to give you their money so that they can partner with the brand. If your business is just about making profit, you may find that your customers are not loyal to you. But when your business has a strong purpose, it will attract loyal customers. Customers who are loyal to your brand and to your purpose stick around even when it gets tough. They are the people who advocate for your brand, who openly say, hey, go and buy this thing from this person. They are an amazing organization. They do all of these things. This is their purpose. These are the things they do. And when the conversation comes around price and all those things, it doesn't even become an issue because now we are talking about purpose, a bigger thing. It's not just about money. So let's look at some of the practical steps that you can do to merge your purpose and your profit. Now, I share these steps in my workshops. Normally, we would do this one-to-one with my clients. But I think it's important for you to be able to do this. So I'm going to give you the grant. All you need to do is go and do it. First and foremost, you have to go and define your purpose. What is your why? Ask yourself the fundamental question. Why does my organization or business exist? What impact do I want to make? And if you struggle on answering the purpose of why, ask yourself, what outcome do you produce for your customer? Then make sure that you engage stakeholders. So include your team, include your customers, include your partners, the people who work really well with you, suppliers, service providers. Have a conversation about, why are we doing this? And what is the purpose of this organization? It's something you have to connect with, and it's something you've got to sit with. If you, as the owner, MD, CEO, whatever founder you want to call yourself, if you don't connect with your purpose, you can never communicate your purpose to a team that has to connect with it. So it is important that you connect with it. Once you've done that, you have to integrate your purpose into your strategy. So the question is then, well, Odette, how do we do this? So you are going to do your strategic planning once a year at least. And when you do your strategic planning has to revolve around the purpose, the mission, and then the BHAGs, your big, hairy, audacious goals. What are the big things that need to happen in the next 10 years that's going to either get you to delivering the purpose and the mission or get you closer to delivering the purpose and the mission? You need to make sure, of course, that once you've identified the BHAGs and you've broken it down into bite-sized chunks and measurable things, that it gets you to your purpose and that the things that you sell in your business is aligned to that. So, for example, if you are all about helping women lose weight, then one of your products cannot be an unhealthy chocolate that, if you just look at it, makes you balloon, right? So we've got to think about the alignment. There must be an alignment between your purpose and what you sell and how you do it. Your organization, your culture, everything speaks to your purpose. It's all got to be aligned. There's got to be a golden thread through everything, even the words you use, the language, all of those things contribute to delivery of the purpose. Once you've done that and you've identified whether or not these products are aligning to your purpose, we need to decide if there's something we need to add or if we need to take away. That brings me to another point, which is opportunities. Often business owners come to me and say, hey, I've got this opportunity to do this thing. My first question is always, does it get you closer to your purpose or does it move you away from your purpose? If it moves you away from your purpose, it may be a park it until a later time. If it gets you closer to your purpose, then there's a couple of other questions that need to go into that to determine whether or not it's something to pursue. At a very quick yes or no, does this get me closer to the purpose, helps you to get rid of some of the noise that comes along with these opportunities that do present themselves quite often. The next thing is we need to communicate our purpose effectively. So humans love stories. Your team loves stories. So tell them stories. Tell them stories about your purpose, about why the purpose is important. Tell stories about how they help deliver that purpose, how that purpose impacts the lives of the customers that you're doing this for, so that they can build an emotional connection. Don't be shy to put these stories in your social media to connect with your customers. People buy from people, whether you're a business that's large or small, you still have human beings giving you their money, and they give their money, might be through the internet, might be on a website, but still they're giving it to your organization, and your organization is powered by people for the most part. So people buy from people, tell the stories, connect with them so that they understand that the purpose is making a difference. You know the saying, what gets measured gets managed. So you have to decide what success looks like in terms of delivering on your purpose. And once you've decided what success looks like, then you need to think about, how will we measure that? So that when you have your annual strategy review, we go back to the purpose and say, this is our purpose. How are we doing in delivering on this purpose? We are measuring it by customer satisfaction or number of lives changed or donations made or whatever your purpose is. How will you measure it? And then consistently measure it. Creating a purpose driven culture is super important. So you have to make sure that you engage with your team. Once you are firm about the purpose, you could obviously invite them into the conversation before then. But once you've got your purpose, you've got to bring them along the journey. So engage with them, workshop the purpose with them. The time that you spend with them is an investment. It is not an expense. The more they connect with the purpose, the more they are going to communicate that purpose in everything they do to your customers. Um, Also, you have to recognize and celebrate alignment. When you see someone do something, celebrate it. We communicate what we value by our behavior. So when we celebrate someone doing something, that's how we communicate what we value. So make sure that you are very deliberate about celebrating your team members that are living out the purpose and delivering what the purpose is set out to achieve. Some real world examples for those of you who are going, well, Rubit. Patagonia is an outdoor apparel organization that has embedded environmental stewardship in their purpose. By aligning their purpose with their profit model, they've built a loyal customer base and achieved significant growth because their customers are looking to buy apparel that is sustainable and environmentally friendly. So instead of shopping from the local import shop, they are shopping at a higher price, I might add, at Patagonia. Um, Transformative results is a no-brainer, of course. Aligning your purpose with profit isn't just an ethical choice. It's a strategic one that is going to lead to tangible benefits. Now, the question is, what are those benefits? First and foremost, you will have increased employee engagements. Teams are more motivated and productive when they believe they are doing meaningful work. Nobody wants to come to work just to check a box. Everyone wants to know that they are making an impact and making a contribution. Purpose-driven organizations have higher customer loyalty. Patagonia is a great example of that because customers will support you because of your purpose. We now remove price out of the equation. We remove all of the other things out of the equation that used to be an issue because now there's a reason for me shopping with you. It's not just that I need a pair of pants. It's that this pair of pants is environmentally friendly, it's sustainable, it's not going to destroy the environment, it is biodegradable, and all of those things because the environment matters for me. So make sure that you understand what your purpose is and how that links to your customers and make sure that there is an alignment and then communicate that alignment. Because customers actually love nothing more than knowing that they are contributing to something bigger with their spending. So make sure that you communicate what your purpose is, even to your customers. Make it loud, celebrate it, but also be honest, right? You can't say that you're environmentally friendly and sustainable when you're not. So, just make sure that you do that. So the question is, that's great. It's all of these things. What do we need to do? Have a time with yourself if you're by yourself about thinking, what is your purpose? If you don't know what your purpose is already, if you do know what your purpose is, then you'll take a different approach because you need to make sure that you connect with this purpose. If for some reason you're not connected with the purpose, sit with it. Think about how do you connect with the purpose because it must be important to you. Again, we behave in ways that communicate what we value. So if you think the purpose is not important, you probably won't do what's necessary to drive the purpose actively. Once you understand what your purpose is, the next step is to determine whether or not your current operations, product, services, everything is aligned with that purpose. Do your products align with the purpose? Does your service align with the purpose? Does your current culture and the language you use communicate alignment with the purpose? If not, there's obviously some work that needs to be done. And then you need to create an integration plan. Once you are clear with your purpose, if you've got one or if you still need to figure it out, whatever it is, identify your purpose, make sure that it links to your products and services, and then decide how are we going to roll this out? How do we communicate with our teams? How do we celebrate the wins? When do we celebrate the wins? What does success look like? What behaviors are we going to um, encourage our teams to do? How will we employ people to make sure that they are aligned with the purpose? Because if you're a dog person or you're a dog wash company that loves to make pets feel special and valued, but you employ someone who doesn't like dogs, your purpose is not going to be very well communicated or delivered through this person. So definitely it's important for you to create an integration plan that covers the whole organization. If there's one thought you lead with today, it's that you have to remember that profits will keep the lights on, but purpose keeps the fire going. There will be times in business where it feels impossible, regardless of what size it is. And it's in those times that your purpose will carry you through. It's in those times that your purpose is going to bring your team along and everyone to lock arms to say, hey, we're going to do this. We can make it. And you will look back and have a legacy to celebrate. You will have made a lasting impact. And if you're listening to the show, well, that's what you want, right? Because we amplify with purpose. Now, if you're having trouble with identifying your purpose and linking it to your strategy, I do host strategy days. I host strategy sessions. You can click the link for more information in the comment section below on how to do these things and how I do these things. And we can talk about whether or not you want to do one with me. So I'm always open to that, of course. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive around aligning your purpose with profits, because it will change everything. Remember that when you align your business with a clear purpose, you're not just building a business, but you are now building a legacy that leaves a lasting impact. If this episode has created some ideas, has sparked some thoughts, please share it with someone who might need this. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Amplify with Purpose for more conversations and practical tips on how to live your best life. Let's continue to live well and lead with purpose. Until next time, take care.